You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
With Sun-Maid, whole fruits natural sweetness opens a world of imaginative snacks. Take a sweet or sour adventure with fruity raisin snacks. Chill on creamy, delicious yogurt-covered raisins. And for ultimate yumminess, try s'mores granola bites. Because with Sun-Maid snacks, goodness really is delicious. Get a taste at sunmaid.com/imagine that.
Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland and this is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. So hello. Is it me you're looking for? So yeah, it's Sunday the 3rd of October 2021 and it's 22 o'clock in the evening. How you doing? You alright? You okay? No, seriously, how are you? Tell me all about it. Oh, just had a bit of a nap. It's not a funny thing, but the last couple of days I've been having back pain. Now, normally I've got my lower left back. We've all got a lower left back. I'm not unique in that, but I've got chronic pain in my lower left side of my back. Well, now, the last 2 days I've had pain in the middle of my back, both sides of the middle of my back. And it hurts when I move. Well, don't move then. Could be, but I don't know. Whether I've strained it when I'm doing my twisting exercises and stretches for my lower back, I don't know. Whether I'm spending too much time lying down, maybe I spend too much time sitting down. Maybe my posture in my chair isn't conducive to a successful back posture. I'm not sure. All I know is it's very uncomfortable, and I don't like it. No. And unlike my lower back, it's very specific and it's a very small area. This is the whole of my, I say my middle back. It's kind of middle upper. It's without someone touching my back, I couldn't really precisely tell you where it is, but it's, yeah. I don't think it goes as high as in line with my armpits. Sorry to use such a disgusting word. Armpits. It's not a very nice term, is it? Calling your, underneath your arms, the pits. Whoops. That's the armchair rest, not my spine. I got chills, they're multiplying. I got pain, it's multiplying. and I'm losing control. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, really. It's like, okay. Now, I looked it up online, which of course is something you should never do, but I just wanted to have a little look to see what could be the cause of it, because I don't remember ever having this before. Middle age is just it's just every day is a new delight. Like, oh, okay, now that's hurting for no reason. Brilliant, great. I'll be honest with you, like, so I'm sitting in my chair and I'm pressing my head against the chair and I'm arching my back and it hurts. Now, as I do that, it's reminiscent of the stretches I do. I might have overdone it with the stretches. So, in order to try and ease the pain of my lower back, I might have caused an injury in the rest of my back, which is annoying if that's the case. So, it doesn't hurt when I walk with the middle of the back, but when I'm sitting down, like if I lean back now, it hurts. And it's not like, ow, I'll tell you whatever you want, I don't care, just stop it. It's not that kind of, it's a sharp, I don't know, ache. It's a sharp ache. It's almost like I was sitting down earlier on the settee and I moved and it was a bit, didn't like that, didn't feel good. But as I'm just leaning back into it, it feels almost bruised. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like I've kind of got a bruise. But ain't no one been punching me in the back. I'd have remembered that. So yeah, it's weird. Weird. So hopefully, the thing is, my memory ain't always that great when it comes to stuff like this. So I may well have had this before. But if it had been when I was younger, I might not have given two hoots or cared about it. Which meant I wouldn't have had any stress or tension about it, which meant it would have felt a lot easier, would have felt a lot more relaxed, and it wouldn't have been as painful. But maybe because I'm not, I suppose I'm a little bit worrying about it. A little bit. But not to the extent of stress or anything like that. But it's my body, it's my physical sensations, and I'm the only one that can experience what I'm feeling. I'm the only one that has to live with how I feel, so of course I take notice of it. And it's some twisting, and the more I do that, the more I think, yeah, I've just overdone it with the twisties, because I twist, and I did some more twists before I got out of bed just now. I don't learn, do I? It's almost ritualistic now. I do these twists, these leg stretches, sort of crunches and stuff when I'm in bed, and then I do squats. I could do quite a few squats now, but I don't do huge amounts because I don't want to just be spending all day in my bedroom doing squats. There's just better things I want to do with my time. But I've been doing that in order to strengthen and stretch my lower back. But if in the process I've not ruined, but caused difficulty to my upper back, then that's just annoying. I've never been so angry, so wound up. I'm not really, but I'm interested. I think that's the right word. Concerned, not yet. Interested, yeah. I'm noticing. I'm noticing it. So yeah, that's where I am, and it's almost like I'm getting old. I'm getting old, man. One of the things that causes could be obesity. Oh, brilliant! Thanks. Yeah, always comes down to my blimmin' belly. So, I've made 4 recordings today so far. This is my 5th. I didn't do a Let Me Bore You to Sleep last night. Didn't. Yeah, I was watching boxing, but I just couldn't. I didn't feel like doing it. It's as simple as that, really. In fact, I don't know if I made any recordings yesterday. I just can't remember. I can't remember. And I've stopped writing them down, so I need to start keeping them more of a track of what I've done. Just to, I've not shared anything on my website for a few days. But I did 4. I actually made 4 recordings back to back, which I don't know if I've ever done before, because I realised that I need to sort of get back, and I wanted to do something today. I wanted to not procrastinate or just get some work done. So I thought, well, it's quiet. It was raining, I think, so I'll just get some recordings, do that while it's quiet. I did 4, which took about a couple of hours. And then I just left it all. I didn't do anything for a while, for about an hour, and then I started on the journey of editing them all and uploading them all and all that stuff, and that took about probably another 4-5 hours. By the time that was done, it was time to go to bed. It's very, if I could find, always trying to find ways of reducing the time it takes to do all this, and I have. So I've found ways to reduce the time it takes to upload. I've got multiple devices that I upload on, so I'm not just using one device. Yeah, I'm using different ones. I've got faster internet than I had before, because when I did it on the broadband, just normal broadband Wi-Fi, they weren't even uploading half the time, because the upload was so low, and it was frustrating. So I got the first SIM card for my phone, unlimited, near the beginning of the year, like February time, and that changed the game. And then I had a SIM card for my iPad. But the iPad is where I'm doing the editing at the same time as uploading, so I can't use that to upload at the same time, because it's using all its energy, to download and stuff. The editing podcast. Oh, that's my glasses. So I've got another phone with an unlimited SIM card, so I can now upload between the 2 phones continuously. Which is half the time it takes. But the thing is, no matter how, most internets, they really focus on download speeds, not upload speeds. Now, I do uploading, more than I do downloading. So if I had upload speeds at 70 megabytes a second, which is what I have the upload speeds on the mobile, I could get stuff done so much quicker. But, got to work with what is. I think what it is, just getting organised in a way that everything moves really smoothly. And I've not yet got a system going. I've kind of got a system, but the system's not without flaws. It's not without flaws, otherwise I'd fall through, wouldn't I? Is there a ceiling? Are there walls? Are there walls? Yeah. So I've got an iRig preamp coming, which basically means I can use a microphone with my iPhone when making either a video or a live stream, which means the sound will be like this, really, instead of how it normally is, it just means that I won't, if I do a live stream or if I make a video, I won't need to take the audio off of this and try and put it into a video. The video will be pretty much complete, and it'll just be a case of editing the beginning and the end and putting in some basic introduction and stuff. So I'm thinking of doing that. At least I'm going to give it a go, and then progress from there. So I'm still planning to get going on YouTube, to start making videos for YouTube. But I say start, I mean continue. But at the same time, this is my priority. The podcasts has to be my priority. So I'm focusing on here. But if I'm on YouTube, it's another way to, I guess, get more new audience, to get out there, to be heard, to be seen, to be smelt. I've not got a lot of energy in me right now. I think it's when I have a lie down, and I did fall asleep, sometimes I wake up a little bit groggy. I think he said grotty. I'm not grotty, I'm groggy. When it happened yesterday, it's weird actually. Last night I woke up, so I went to bed probably 11, maybe 11, 11 o'clock. Watched the boxing, it finished, and I just went and lied down. And I woke up, 2:30. So I got up. All I was going to do is go to the toilet, have some water. Not out of the toilet, I'd drink it out of a bowl. And I just check the stats. So I come and sit down. But for some reason, I didn't want to go and lay down again. I didn't want to. And it was really, really weird because I haven't been awake all night for months and months and months. I spent years doing it. Now I'm in bed by 1:30 pretty much every day, at least. my knee just cracked, and I didn't even move my leg. Honestly, my right knee just cracked. Normally I have to move my leg for that to happen. It just cracked on its own. I'm falling apart. It's crazy. So I don't mind the cracks. I just don't want the pain. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. 2:30 in the morning. I'm suddenly in the almost like twilight zone because I'm not used to being up now at that time. It was too early to get up. But it was almost too late to go to bed. I just couldn't so I wasn't tired. So what I did is I decided to put this is gonna be not pleasant for some people to hear. I decided to splatter my wall I decided to organise my stats for this year so far on the wall. So I've got one wall which is now covered with A4 size sheets of paper listing each month how many I did and stuff. And I've also got a target for the next 3 months. And I've also got another big target there, sort of by the end of the year. So yeah, so I've got that, and I guess it's good to write down the target, to actually have it in my head, because I think that's what stirred me or encouraged me or motivated me, I don't know, to do those recordings earlier. Bearing in mind it's a Sunday, and fairly often I don't even make one recording on a Sunday. You know, the idea really is to have the weekend off. So if I'm not actually ever going to go, well, for now, if I'm not going to end up travelling or do anything, then perhaps I should try and create this and have it like a job, sort of in the future, sort of so that I work Monday to Friday and have Saturday and Sunday off, and use those days to, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what I would do with those days if I didn't do this, because I don't have a social life at all. There's zero social activity really. I mean, the only real time in my life that I had any kind of a social, like regular social life, was when I was a DJ in the club. But I was working. Well, technically not really working, but I was working. But I had, you know, the kind of friends with the people I worked with, and I was meeting new people every single weekend, and also seeing the comedians that, you know, quite a few of them I got on really well with. So that was the only time. That's not the only time. I mean, I suppose during the 90s when I was doing the comedy, I used to hang around with other comedians and club promoters and stuff, so I guess that was a social life in a sense from that angle. But they were at work. They were working. But then, and then I used to go to the club on a Friday and Saturday night and hang out till early hours of the morning. Yeah, I suppose so. I guess I did have a social life. It wasn't with equality, because I was hanging around with sometimes, well, a lot of them went on to be quite famous. Some of them were already sort of kind of famous, being on TV and stuff. But I wasn't at their level. I was sort of nowhere. I wasn't even, I don't know, nothing. I was nothing, compared to them. So it wasn't equal. I mean, some comedians were just lovely, just people, normal human beings, and didn't care who you were. They'd be nice to you and have a chat and laugh and stuff. They didn't care whether you was one of their peers, But other comedians, they would just hang around with their own kind. By that, what I mean is successful working, either the very working comedians, people that were earning a living doing it. And I never got to that stage. I never earned a living. I don't know if I've ever earned a living. I don't know if I've ever earned a living doing anything, apart from telesales in insurance. Sometimes I wish I could go back to that. But only maybe I should. You know what? It might sound weird, but maybe I should try and look at getting a job. But the problem with that, where I'm going with this, is we might not know, is I never stopped doing this ever. When I was at university, when I was working, even when I was ill, I still continued to make recordings. I might not have made them I've never ever been as regular as I am now. This is the most regular I've ever been with making recordings. Over the last 3 years, I've lost count of how many I've done. It literally is that many. I've lost count. I might try and count them one day. Let's have a look. Don't worry, I'm not going to look at the stats. Well, I am. I'm not going to read them to you, though. 17,000 downloads. See? I just said I'm not going to, then I just did. I didn't release all of the new stuff until quite late in the day. If I'd have done it earlier, even though I made them this afternoon, I didn't release them until they were all edited and all uploaded, and then I published them. What I should have done is published as I was going, because then people would have been able to listen. But yeah, 17,000 downloads so far today, so I should still at least hit 20,000, so that's good. As long as I don't have less than 20,000, I'm fairly reasonably okay with that. So let's have a look how many podcast. So I'm just looking at the podcast that I've done. It's a Deep Sleep Whisper. You got to keep track of this. 440, 420. There's so many, I have to actually put in a number now to get anything to come up. 3rd of October, so 420 Deep Sleep Whisper ones. I might write this down just so I've got a little... Oh dear. 420 deep. So this is just the individual recordings, it's not including the ones with music or anything like that. So what other ones do I have? I'm not going to include any of the smaller podcasts or any of that stuff, like the healing words or bedtime story time. I suppose I can. Bedtime story time. How many is there? 30? 25? 25? 26? Wow, 25. 25 bedtime. So what other ones? What other ones are there? My dear, my darling, my lover. Let me bore you to sleep, okay. 700 and, what do you reckon, 741? Nope. I got a vague memory that 740 was the last one I did. That's what I thought, 741, but that might just be this recording. Come on, 740. Yeah, it was. 1st of November, 3rd today, so yeah. So 740. 740 boring. Sleep. So, what other ones? What other ones do I do? Not a lot from the looks of it. Right, relaxation hypnosis for stress and anxiety. Now I know I did 128 of those. Now there's a lot more on there, but I did 128 with those labels, with that title. And then I've sort of, over time, I started to include like lots of other things on there. So, stress, anxiety, relax and sleep hypnosis daily. 240, 239, 229, 220, 219. Wow. 140, 140, 140, 120. Nothing's coming up. It's almost like nothing exists. 120, 130. Oh, it's very strange. 22nd of September, 130, 140, 135. Come on. Oh, blimey, 135. So I've got 135 episodes of that, the Relax and Sleep Daily. It's weird though, because if I look at this, I've not actually made many recordings. That's what I don't understand. Because there's that podcast, stress and pain relief. There's only 35 of those. $35. 30th of June, 35. What how many years then? 39? Oh yeah, I think I had a little bit of a gap where I didn't make any for a while. 39. 20th of September. 40. 40. Because 28th of September is only like, what, 6 days ago. Yeah, today I did number 40. 40 stress and pain. Which just goes to show that I haven't actually made that many recordings, even though I'm doing them day in, day out. I mean, the boring objects, well, I've only done 15 of those, like individual recordings. Microphones was the title of today. 15 boring objects. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit flummoxed because the way it looks as if I haven't really done much. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? That's very rubbish. Oh, never mind. Well, there goes that theory. I mean, if you did that, add that up, then divide it by 3, I'm doing 300 recordings or 400 recordings a year, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Well, I also have to do a lot more than that. I don't understand it. I'm very confused. So 420, 420, 445, 420, 445, 455, 60, 700. Okay, so 700 for those lot. 740 plus. Okay, so 125, 128, 135. So say 135, 235, 45, 55, 65, 65, 63. So 363, 263, 263, and then 740. So 740, 840, 940, 1003. 1003. So 1703 is how many recordings I've done on those podcasts that are all that's 1703 completely different recordings. Does that make sense? Yeah. So and that's pretty much in the last few years, but still not a lot, not considering how I'm pretty sure am I imagining making recordings? Pretty sure I'm making recordings quite regularly. Can't believe. So this is number 741. of the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. I'm amazed that it's carried on for so long. Aren't you? Whoop, click. I just didn't expect it to. I mean, I remember when I did it, and I was excited that I'd got to 100, and I used to celebrate. I didn't like have a party in my pants. I didn't, but I used to celebrate. I used to get like, oh, I think I even did live streams as a celebration. You know, a live stream to, this is my 200th Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Doobity doobity doo, you know. Then when I got to the 300, 400, it's like, oh, 5, 6, 7. Maybe on 1,000th, on my 1,000th show, I will do a live stream. Although I might be doing more live streams anyway. I just have to work out if it's doable, you know. If it's something that I want to do. But I will be making videos. I will be. Oh yes, I will. I will. And I mean, technically, 1,700 is still a fair amount, isn't it? Considering, like, 'cause that's completely different recordings. They're not. That's without the ones with music and stuff. This is individual recordings, and that's in the last 3 years. I mean, maybe 1,700 recordings is good for 3 years. It's not really, though, is it? 7, 5, 10, 15, 6, 12, 18, 5.5, 1,000. Trying to work out 17 divided by 3. It shouldn't be that difficult, should it? But hey, let me just use my brain for a second. Where's that calculator? 567 a year. 567 a year. There's 47 recordings a month. $567 a year divided by 52. So it's 10 a week. I mean, I suppose if you incorporate the weeks when I've not been very well, or, you know, being on me yacht, you know, taking me yacht out, or moved into me mansion, stuff like that, I've had to have time off for that. When I was getting the jewels cleaned, there was that, and choosing which polar bear I wanted for the garden. Yes, I guess I have a little bit of time off every now and then. But 10 a week. I suppose what it is, I just do more now than I used to. So the reality is, I might have done maybe 300 recordings the first year, maybe 500 recordings the second year. So I went up. What's that? 5, 8. Yeah, so if I did like 300 the first year, 500 the second year, which means I've done 800 this year, which is a lot, 800 a year, 900 rather. Divide that by 12, 75 a month. Or 17 recordings a week. So that's probably more like it, isn't it? That's kind of probably where I've gone to. It's increased as I've been doing it over time. So I'm just making more now than I did last year. And I did more last year than I did the year before. And I did more the year before than I did the year before that. Etc. etc. Yeah, that makes sense, because even when I was really into it, I don't care about it anymore. I used to really like it. But when I was doing it before, I still wasn't doing more than maybe 1 or 2 recordings a day. So I've never made as many recordings as I do now, I guess. Although I don't do it every day. I try to do this every day. Not slurp Coke in my mouth while I'm talking. Oh, my friend came up earlier. This afternoon, and what was I doing? I think I might have finished making the recordings, and he knocked. So I was about to edit. Yes, I just finished the recordings, and he said, "Do you want to walk up to the shops? It's really nice out there, sunny," which it was. And yesterday was absolutely torrential rain. I mean, serious rain all day long. So couldn't really get out or do anything. Although I did make the journey to get something, so I had to. I just heard squeaking. Huh? I hope it's a bird. I can't quite pinprick it. That's the thing, now that the weather's turning, the old mices will be looking for somewhere warm to be. And I don't want them in here. No. That distracted me, that did. What was I saying? Oh, come on, you must remember. It was exciting stuff. Yeah, sure. Very exciting, yeah. I can't remember. There was something, wasn't there? I definitely was saying something. I got a surge of energy. I just realised. I might watch some telly. I'm definitely hearing squeaking. I tell you, up in that loft, earlier on I heard loads of birds partying or something up there. I've got no idea what's up there. I reckon there's bats, we definitely had bees as well earlier on in the year. I could hear them buzzing, like that. Don't care. Not bothered about bees or wasps or anything. Wasps seem to be quite tuned in, don't they? They seem to sort of detect when people are scared, and they seem to go towards those that don't want them near them. Because since I was a kid, probably 8 years old, I haven't had any problems with wasps at all since that age. And the only problem I had was because, as kids are, stupid, chucking sticks at a wasp hive, and then a wasp were coming down stinging me. They ran off, and they ended up stinging me in my ear, which wasn't good because I was having earache anyway, because I had some problems with my ears, partially deaf in one ear, and had an operation, and had some time off school, which made it all worth it. Now, I didn't mind school back then. School, to me, it was kind of like a prison sentence, really, I guess. That's what it felt like. It was a prison sentence, and the first few prisons were when I was very young, and they were probably more like open prisons and a bit more gentle and a bit more, just kind of do what you want as long as you behaved. But then going to high school, it's like suddenly I was in the adult prison. Not quite as enjoyable. I remember going to school, we had a day or an afternoon where we went to high school just to spend the afternoon to see what it was like and to get shown around. And I remember how big everything was, and I was little. I mean, I'm 5'8" now. I've been 5'8" pretty much since I was 15 or 16. Maybe I was, but at least since I was 16. I've not grown since sort of I was a kid. I know a lot of people don't, do they? They get to their height and that's it. But some people do. They, they'll be short up to the age of 16, and then suddenly, they walk around going woo for no reason, or they might get taller. I had a friend at school like that, and he looked like someone had squashed him, like literally an invisible hand was pressed on his head all his life, stopping him from growing. And he just used to get wider and wider, but he just wouldn't get taller. And he was still taller than me. Everybody was taller than me. And change my pants. So he left school, and suddenly he kind of doubled his height. He was still about 5'10", maybe 5'11". So he wasn't tall, but he was twice the size. You know, he was really short before. I don't know what that was. It was very strange. Because he did, you know, it was like growing in every other way, but just he was being held down. He was like squashed, like he'd been kept in a jar or something. It's very weird. I would have preferred to be taller. I think in some ways life is easier for taller people. There are advantages to being like a taller male. There's too many to even go through. There's lots of advantages. Is just you can reach shelves, can't you? You can change a light bulb without having to balance on a stool if you're stupid, or get a stepladder if you're sensible. But you know, I know people just, my friend, my neighbour, he could just change the light bulb. He's 6 foot. He just reaches up and changes it. The amount of times I remember saying to him, it didn't need changing. Why do you keep doing that? You're like, yeah, but I can. I'm trying to stop it. Just put it back. Stop changing the light bulb. Just stop it. But yeah, it's his thing. We've all got our hobbies. He likes changing light bulbs. Bulbs. What nice bulbs. I tell you what. That sound of the squeaking is too loud. It's too loud. I've never heard just like a one squeak before from the wall cavities or from the ceiling. It's usually, you know, a bit of like shuffling and stuff like that, but not like a real loud squeak. I remember the first time I saw one of those little things running around. I literally said I wasn't expecting it, and I chucked out loads of stuff. Anything that might have been touched by it, I chucked out. I think the word overreact is what I did. I just don't know what to do about them. Try to be humane, try to catch them gently, and I don't have many. I've been very lucky. But now I don't have the deterrent of Andre, because although he was lazy and he'd probably just make friends with them, but he wouldn't. He's very territorial, actually. I think, his smell and his scent would is a deterrent for any little animal. Wouldn't purposely come in here with him being here, because he's not anymore. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if my farts will cut the mustard, if you excuse the pun. I'm not sure. Give it a go though. Well, I've never farted before, so I don't know. I might try, see whether or not I can ward off the vermin with my farts. I just want to make sure that I'm not the one causing the squeaks. Because you see the chair squeaks a bit. No, I don't think so. I'm moving around. The middle of my back is feeling okay. I reckon if I don't do any stretches, any exercises or anything for a couple of days, then it's really weird. I feel like I want to start singing the Elvis song. Then I'll understand. She rolled upon it. Return a cinder. Your back's okay. I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, if I rest it, don't do any of those exercises. The thing is, I'm so used to doing them, I automatically do them half awake, and I'm stretching and, sort of trying to strengthen my lower back. Sort of kind of preparing for now, because yesterday and the day before I went out and it was raining. And I really feel it. And I always thought that was just old people lying. I did. I really did. I thought it was old people lying. Talking like, oh, it hurts more in the rain when it's raining. What are you talking about? It hurts more in the rain. Stop lying. Why are you always lying? But my lower back does. I can feel it more when the weather's damper. I mean, to me, that doesn't make any sense. So there must be a scientific reason for it. I think the problem I had was, it's, my arthritis plays up when it's damp. Well, there's no logical reason for that I can see. Give me scientific proof. But in reality, it's about how you feel, isn't it? I think I was being a little bit, not a little bit, a lot unsympathetic towards people's physical discomfort, because I didn't relate to it, because I didn't have it myself. I didn't have chronic pain when I was a kid. So the idea of that the weather is going to affect how you physically feel, but hey, the weather can affect how we mentally feel, can't it? So hey, yeah. I mean, what's the solution though? Go and live somewhere hot? I'm not a hot person. I'm not a cold person. I'm a average person. I don't think I really want to live anywhere really hot. I don't want to live anywhere really cold. So what's a good solution? Tenerife? That's supposed to be nice most of the year round. Fairly decent weather. So maybe that's a solution. Go and live in Tenerife. Go and live somewhere, I don't know, California? Los Angeles? I forget. There's some places that are nice all year round. expensive. How the heck do people, how can they afford to live somewhere like that? Unless you're like a movie star or a millionaire, how can you afford to live? But there again, I know if London's anything to go by, you know, you can have a $20 million mansion and then across the road or around the corner, a council estate where you got, you know, social housing. So I guess it's probably the same in Los Angeles as probably the same in New York as it is in London or anywhere else. You've got different people, groups of people living together. I mean, you can have a gated community, but once you're outside that gate, you're just back in the real world again, aren't you? I've never lived in a gated community apart from when I was in prison. No, I've never been in prison. I don't know why I say that. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Joking Jason. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. I thought I'd treat myself to a poo, but we'll see. And I'm gonna just watch a bit of telly. That's what I'm going to do. Put my headphones on, watch some telly, chill out for an hour or so, because it's 12:30. By the time I've edited this, it's going to be gone 1. But I can upload it while I watch telly. So yeah, so I'll edit it. These are fairly easy to edit because I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't really miss anything out. I just leave it all in, squash it all in, and yeah, hope for the best, kinda. So what title shall I give this recording? Because I always forget what I've talked about. What have I talked about today? What have I talked about? I can't remember. I can't remember what I've talked about. I've not talked about anything. For an hour and 7 minutes, I've not talked about anything. Yeah, if you watch a video on YouTube that lasts for 7 minutes, it seems to last for ages. And you can get so much information in those 7 minutes. Add an hour onto that, an hour added on. And I've not said anything of any worth. Yeah, I know. I'll call it. My body's falling apart. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. Nice positive title. Okay then. Just a shout out to Ben. I should have said so in the beginning. Noticed a message from Ben and I forgot I had the message. So hi. So that's it. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Monday the 4th of October 2021. Goodbye. Oh yeah, remember to be kind to yourself because you deserve to be happy. Do something nice for yourself today, tomorrow, the day after, yesterday, whenever. Do something nice. Be gentle with yourself. Lots of love.